Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Today, we're gonna look at another one from TCC. TCC, man, they're killing it. Killing it! I used to get products from some other big name publishers, but they have all kind of gone down to single releases every month or every couple of months. But TCC is churning out the tricks like mad. I always get a big box from TCC. They're almost the only ones. They are churning out the tricks. So, as we say around here, they're killing it. They're killing it. Today is another trick from David Penn and Wayne Fox. I think my last box from TCC was filled with David Penn, Wayne Fox effects. So they must have done like a big push and done some re-releases, yeah, and some new things as well. This is Vault Pro. What is Vault Pro? Vault Pro is a nesting boxes effect that you'll do with a signed coin, and it attaches to your keyring. Now, a couple of pieces of good news. First piece of good news is you do not have to carry this on your keyring. It is very big. It is very big, and you would never want to carry this on your keyring. It's way too big. But the effect will look as though you've had this on your keyring the entire time. So that's the first piece of good news. Second piece of good news is it's all aluminum. So this is an aluminum nesting boxes effect that you can do with the signed coin. I guess the third piece of good news is you don't have to use the keyring aspect at all. You don't. This could just be a nesting boxes effect. If you wanted to do it at its most basic, you could probably just draw this from your back pocket, right? You could make the coin vanish with free hands, go to your back pocket, draw out the nesting boxes and begin to open them and find the coin inside. And then you could probably move and graduate more toward doing something that's a little bit more secret. And we'll talk about that. So this is 90 bucks, $90, and you're gonna get everything you need to do the effect. Now, I'm not gonna show you every aspect of this because a lot of this is secret, right? It's magic secret, how the nesting boxes works. But those of you who've done nesting boxes know, and all those standard pieces of equipment are included. But let me show you the box. Of course, as with all TCC products, you get this flat, matte box that says the Vault Pro on it. Idea by David Penn and Wayne Fox, produced by the TCC team, okay? And everything's gonna come inside of this along with a 23-minute tutorial. So this is the outer shell, okay? And as you can see, it's got a little ring here to go through your key ring. Okay, and you're able to open up each box and then find an interior box there as well. Okay, so if I ditch these two pieces, this will open up, okay, and you'll find another box inside. I'll be able to open up this here and find another box inside, and then open up this carefully. There's the lid right there. And then your signed coin will be inside of this. And let me just say, yes, this needs to be a signed coin or someone's very thin ring, okay? It needs to be theirs. There can be no doubt. Otherwise, they're just going to assume there was one in there already. So it needs to have their signature on it. But you'll get all of these nested aluminum boxes and the materials you need to make sure the trick works without a hitch. So how the trick works is you have a coin and you can have it signed, right? So quarter, probably the best size, right? And they can sign both sides, okay? You're gonna wrap that up in a piece of flash paper, not included, but you could use your favorite method, right? If you want to do a vanish, you can use your favorite method. David Penn is going to teach you the folded paper method, right? He's going to light that piece of flash paper with fire, make it vanish. You point to the table. They see the big metal box attached to your key ring. You can pick the keys up, The metal box is dangling from it. You begin to unscrew sections. You can even give the last section to them. They open it up, and their signed coin is inside. So, is it what I thought? Yes, it's what I thought, and it's what you think as well. I mean, this is the exact same method as plastic toy boxes that come in kids' magic sets. I've seen the same exact setup in a kid's magic set, except it's not made out of aluminum, right? So your loading device, your holdout device is metal. This is all metal. It's all professionally well made. It'll last you forever. Yeah, so that was, is it well made? How's the video? The video is done in the TCC studio. David Penn is going to perform this for TCC, and then he's going to walk you through the explanation. And like I said, it's 23 minutes, so it's not long at all. In fact, the bulk of this is the setup and then how to do the paper fold, because the rest of it is self-working. Of course, he'll cover some history and some misdirection points, but you're just getting bare bones instruction with 23 minutes. Pocket space. It's a lot of pocket space, right? Because you're going to probably carry the major part of it attached to a belt loop or a belt, right, in your belt loops. And then the other part is just going to be your keys laying on the table. And you're going to magically make them go together. So that's what I was saying. Good news is that you're not really starting the trick with this giant piece of metal box attached to your keys. David Penn suggests a table that has clutter on it, because you're going to produce the box and make them believe the box has been there the entire time, when in fact it hasn't. Your keys will have been there the entire time. And so probably keys that have lots of things on them. In fact, his key ring had another magic trick attached to it. So he had a lot of stuff going on his keys. He had like janitor keys on the table. Plus he had a deck of cards and some other things, so it helps with the misdirection, which was like I was saying at the beginning of this. If maybe that's not your style, you can eliminate the keys completely and just do this as a standard coin to metal nested box routine, okay? And the best way is always through time delay, right? You vanish the coin, or you have the spectator hold something that they believe is the coin, and then you bring the box out after you've already done your load, right? Then you take the paper back, then you vanish it, and then point to the box which has now been on the table the entire time. If you do a time delay like that, then you won't need the keys and all the extra props. Of course, please watch David do this, David Penn do this, and get all his tips first. But I'm just letting you know in case you're a little put off by the size of the box, or the fact that there needs to be some, misdirection, or that you don't like big jangly keys. Maybe you're not a big pile of keys person, right? There's multiple people out there. So pocket space, once again, you're wearing most of it on your belt loop, okay? And then you have your misdirection items on the table. But as far as angles go, the paper fold that he's going to teach you is going to cover all of that. But if you're a coin magician, you're probably pretty adept at making things vanish. And there's other ways to make coins vanish or rings vanish, especially making the spectator believe that they still have it, right? There's all kinds of little objects out there that might do the trick, and you might have some of those, correct? Inspectability only comes in at the end, okay, as we're opening up boxes, and at that point, there's nothing gimmicky. You can't exactly take the box off the key ring once it's all in play. Okay, I wouldn't suggest that, but anything else could be inspected. Setup and reset, of course, nested boxes has a lot of setup, okay? It involves all the boxes being ready to go to receive the magic, right? And if you know, you know. But standard nesting boxes loading device, okay? Positives, I like the fact that it's aluminum. I like the fact that it's elevated. It's an elevated effect. It's not plastic, right? Has a certain sense of style, and I think coin magicians will love it, right? Negatives is that the box is huge, right? And it's something that you have to convince the audience that it's been there the entire time, when in fact it hasn't. the way that David does the effect, he says, my keys have been here the entire time, but not mentioning that the box has not been there the entire time. He does some misdirection and the box appears while the spectator is looking at something else. But like I said, there's always the option to do a time delay and bring the box out after you've done your load. So think about that. But is it worth your money? It's 90 bucks, $90. I could easily see this trick being over 100 just because it's all metal, right? Everything here is metal. And it'll last you forever, right? Aluminum does scratch, but I don't think scratches will harm anything. It'll be fine. So big, huge thanks to David Penn and TCC for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, and one more thing. I want to jump on here really quick and give you a bonus review. That's right. I want to give you a bonus review. So you're getting 2 reviews today. This is the sticky mat from TCC Magic. What is a sticky mat? Well, the sticky mat is a portable, foldable close-up mat that you can take anywhere you want to go. And this has a really cool feature. The stickiness allows it to not only stick to the surface that you place it on, but it'll stick to itself. So you could actually wrap this up and drop items inside of it and use this as a little to-go pocket. What else can I tell you? It has a dual-sided self-adhesive design. The mat's gonna fold quickly and easily. Both surfaces are made of these really cool interlocking polyester fibers, and it's laminated with a 2mm sponge core. It uses advanced composite technology. Come on, who can say that about their close-up mat? There's a nice little TCC logo over here in the corner. It's durable, it's dirt resistant, and best of all, it's washable. It's the ideal companion for the close-up magician on the go, and it's only 15 bucks. So if you're already heading down to TCC Magic to pick something up, you might as well add one of their sticky mats in your cart as well. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.